Alis, yes. Santa Monica. Bilis, bilis.
If you're 2 or 3 people back, your line is way too long. You can see me waving my hand. Just by looking to your right. There are people, these windows over here only have one person in the window. There's mostly just people hanging out the back of the lines who just pretending I'm not here. Ladies and gentlemen, my only purpose out here today is to try to get you inside the park as fast as possible to have some fun. Wonderful. Just love helping people. Hollywood. Enjoy your stay. You're in Hollywood now.
Sabi mo, nandito ka sa ano?
Narito kami sa Universal
Once again, to anyone standing in the
Turo mo,
line with
yun.
more than 2 people in it, I think your line is far too long. Over here on the left side of our ticket lot, we have a couple windows where there's only one person standing in them, folks. Director James Cameron and film's original cast take you on an unforgettable 3D journey to the world of sci-fi technology. Terminator 2.
Uy, ako wala pa akong kuha dito.
Ay, hindi dinala ni JC yung ano,
Bag?
bag. Ando doon yung mamaya pag lumami.
Binuksan niya yung kotse ah.
Ano, naka?
Welcome to Universal Studios!
Ayun.
Tawakan mo yan. Sino maghahawak yan? Tayo maghahawak yan. Tara na. Dito na kami sa Universal. See you guys.
O, ikaw na. Sandali ka lang.
Ang sandali ka lang, inibuti mo nga yan. Tara.
Ayoko.
Or dun. Ano yun?
Waterworld tayo mo. Okay.
Tara, ito ko.
Ito, parang
Ikaw na kasi.
Waterworld na lang.
Hi! Discovering what we can enter.
Dora.
Lugi ako nito. Wala akong video ah. Hi Dora! How are you?
Sandali. JC! Picture mo ako.
Bilis! Kayo na! Saan si JC? Hoy!
Okay, guys. Hold on. Can I take a picture of you?
Picture mo naman kami kay Dora. Yes!
Coffee! I love coffee! Yes!
Oy, meron tayong ano nga, yung boarding pass studio tour.
Oh? Libre? Ayun, snack!
Check for the Alika Cam.
That is wreck. Ano? Merong ano? Picture. Madali lang naman pumili. Sino?
Eh no, laki oh.
Anong laki?
Papanalo.
Tayo dito, kuya.
Ayun oh, ganda oh. May ano oh, ano yun? Ulap.
Halika, pwede tayo.
Pwede pala lumangoy. Pagkabo.
Ay, si ano. Hey guys, it's the last door. Come in. Give me back on the other side. Give me back on the other side.
Guys, hold on. We're not going to be able to get everybody. Hold on. Just hanging on in. Guys, line for SpongeBob is closed. Those of you in the back, coming back in about 5 minutes. You guys are good. This group, come on up.
Halika na, tama na.
Come on this side, though, for me, please. Thank you. Cameras out, ready to go.
May camera daw. Solo muna ako.
Last photos, guys, to make sure we're set and ready to go. He's coming back in a couple rounds.
Everybody got 1, 2, 3. All expecting father. Up. Wing. Got it.
Get back up, but
Hello. Hello.
here's the line for Shrek.
Thank you. Okay.
One more. Yun yung sa kanya.
One more?
Ikaw.
Alright, guys, SpongeBob, we'll be right back out. Couple minutes.
Kuya, ba't na nagpupuntahan dito?
Eh, yun no, saan ka pasok kayo?
Alright guys, SpongeBob's trying up.
We'll be right back out, guys.
Thank you. Hoy, mali itong daan, mali. Yun.
We'll be right back out, guys. Welcome to Starfish.
I'll make you fancy, I'll make you great. The kind of guy, the prince who gave the write your name on the bathroom wall.
Happy ever you feel miracles.
Falling carriage to ride in style. Sexy man by Sean Kyle. Vanish your blemishes to the cave. Say your lies away, away.
Now, for those of you who like using the same line, you guys are doing an excellent job by standing in one line. For those of you who like empty lines, I have 2 empty ones there. Took you a while to think about that, didn't it?
Nangyari pilay ako, dyan ako sa kabila. Hi.
Yeah, either side.
Ano to dito?
Ano nga yun? Yung mga
Bakit sila may ganun? Ayan, no, may tali mga bata.
Basta na.
Dapat pala lagi. Ay, nakarecord pala ako.
1, 2, 3. One night, after saving a talking donkey, in the morning, I'm
Now I'm making waffles. Shrek's home was overrun by a horde of fairy tale creatures, banished from the kingdom of Duloc.
Check out the handsome pig on the left.
Banished from the kingdom of Duloc by the evil Lord Farquaad.
Boo!
Yes, everyone now, hiss.
Will you be quiet? And not you, Mirror, the piggies!
Oh, where was I?
Hindi na, yun na, nagkumukuha siya eh.
That's right, Frank. Please remain seated at all times, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs all the way inside the tram. No, not good, Frank. No smoking aboard the tram at any time. And last but not least, be prepared for anything, including loud noises, fire effects, sudden tram movements, and even water effects. Speaking of water effects, we have a lot of them on the tour today, so just make sure you keep those cameras nice and dry. Now, right now, we're heading down our poster timeline. It documents the past 100 years of filmmaking history here at Universal, and this is where our journey begins. And I want you to go ahead and take a look up at your screens. I have a clip from our 1940s film. We filmed a long, long time ago. Here it is, just for you.
I have the room ready for you, Mrs. Barrington.
Thank you, Warren.
Did you hear that? Mrs. Barrington.
Not quite, darling, but soon. Very, very soon. Bellhop,
Yes?
have a bottle of champagne sent to the room at once. And make sure that we are not disturbed for any reason.
That was great. That was great. That was great. Excellent.
All right, just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. That was Jimmy Fallon giving you an example of how we use sound stages here at Universal. We're getting ready to head into the front lot. It houses our 35 sound stages. The very first one I'm going to show you is one of the largest sound stages in the entire world.
My name is Alfred Hitchcock.
Diba? Happy sa siya. Ha?
We all go a little mad sometimes. To see the blood.
All right, everyone, so that was Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock was, of course, known for his film Psycho. Psycho starred Anthony Perkins in the pivotal role of Norman Bates. Take a look up at your screens. Here he is.
We have 12 vacancies. 12 cabins, 12 vacancies.
But here's the thing, do you guys remember that infamous shower scene from the movie Psycho? It was not Anthony Perkins who was in that scene at all, it was his stand-in. You see...
Well, you're done now. B-E-A-U.
Alright everyone, do we have any Back to the Future fans on board? We're approaching Courthouse Square. This is where they filmed the Back to the Future trilogy. In fact, the street we're on right now is the same street where the DeLorean hit 88 miles an hour. Now what I want you to do is take a look off to the left-hand side. You see City Hall? That used to be the clock tower. Take a look at your screens. What they did was they turned the clock tower into City Hall for 5 seasons of Ghost Whisperer. Occasionally we do change up our sets. As for the famous clock, it is still on property. Right now it's in our prop department.
was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
All right, everyone. I hope you're all ready because we are going to go check out Skull Island in just a moment. And here we go. Welcome.
Kita naman loko. Ayun, no? That was actually the stunt car that they used for filming. In keeping with the Back to the Future theme, coming up on the left-hand side, we have the DeLorean, the same car that Marty McFly used as he traveled to and from the future. But that was not the only DeLorean that they used for filming. They used a whole bunch of DeLoreans to make it look like it did some time traveling. All they had to do was pour liquid nitrogen on top. Now our tram can go a whopping 8 miles an hour. The DeLorean can hit 88 miles an hour. Here are some cars that go even faster. The Fast and the Furious cars. Here they are. Now before you ever get to watch a crash scene on the big screen when you're sitting in your movie theater with your popcorn, they have to go through a process called motion control technology. Add in a little bit of CGI, and that's how you bring the crash scene to life. Here to demonstrate a crash scene right before your very eyes are our stunt cars, Karma and Carnage. They're lots of fun. And they're a big fan of Ludacris, so I'm going to play some Ludacris.
Clear on the set.
Thanks, Sam.
Let's see the bullet hits. And go. Smoke. Go. Fire. Go. Okay, we're clear for a full run through. All systems checked. This one's for real, guys, so watch out. And action.
Take a bow, you deserve it. Aw, you guys got any other moves to show us? We're getting ready to head on out of here. What you got? Oh, they got the dance moves.
a seat. We are out of here. Bye, Karma. Bye, Carnage. We'll catch you later. Alright, everyone. We are getting ready to leave Tokyo behind. I'm taking you all to a little island off the coast of Costa Rica. Here we go. Here's a clip from the Lost World Jurassic Park. The scene is so realistic, you feel like you're in the movie. Isn't this cool? Neat thing about this entire scene, it filmed right here on the Universal front lot. Instead of using a real cliff, what they did was they used the employee parking structure, the Carl Laemmle building. They disguised it to look like a cliff, added in all sorts of CGI and special effects, and it did just the trick. Now we use all sorts of different elements to tell stories here in Hollywood. Sometimes dinosaurs can tell the story, but other times something as simple as the weather can do the trick. Here's Al Roker to tell you more.
Hi everybody, here's today's forecast for the Universal Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry in 6 Points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Little Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street, and we've got a high chance of fog and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Isla Nublar. That's your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neck of the woods.
All right, Al, what you got for us today? Let's see here. Weather advisory, flash flood warning, Old Mexico. Okay. I know he said flash flood, but he's a little mistaken. As you can see off to the left-hand side, we are experiencing blue skies, lots and lots of sunshine. If you're new to California, you picked a good day to come visit us. I mean, look at this beautiful rain we're experiencing. That's not real rain, though. It's water coming out of the overhead sprinkler system. That's how we make it rain in the movies. After the second roll of thunder, the rain demo shuts itself down. Watch this, it's really cool. And that concludes the rain demonstration. That concludes the rain demonstration. You can shut down. I'm gonna have to do it myself. I'm gonna push this red button out. Maybe that'll work. That didn't work. Casey, open the control tower. I pushed the red button. It didn't turn on. What do you mean never push the red button? Casey, I already pushed the red button. No takes backsies. Oh, Casey, we're good. Everyone, you might want to duck. Fetch the cold line. It's coming straight for us.
Grabe, yan ang paggawa ng flag.
Flash flood, ladies and gentlemen. We release thousands of gallons worth of recycled water from the top of the hill, and it's all going to go right back up and get the next tram. All right, everyone, go ahead and have a seat because we are getting ready to roll on out of here. Here in Old Mexico, this is where they filmed House as well as Hop. Here it is.
I'm about to be crowned the Easter Bunny. Look, Dad, I want to join a band. I want to see the world. Maybe the Easter Bunny sees every country in one night. Oh, really, Dad? What about China?
It's simple. You go use our underwater tank. It's coming up over on the left-hand side, and here's how the tank works. First off, you fill it up with water, and the actors jump inside. Meanwhile, the crew films through the hatches on the side of the tank so that none of that camera equipment gets wet.
I found the snake!
Not only is Tom Hanks filmed inside of the underwater tank, he is also filmed on this very walkway. You see, the walkway that we are rolling over starred as the surface of the moon in Apollo 13, directed by Ron Howard. All they had to do was pour a little gravel on top of the walkway, and it did just the trick. Kind of cool, huh? Take photos of the ground, but explain to your friends why you took photos of the ground. Over on the right-hand side is our lovely Park Lake. It has a dark and devious history. Here it is. Now, earlier on the tour, we checked out Skull Island. And speaking of Skull Island, here's a scene from King Kong. You're looking at the SS Venture. It's the ship Peter Jackson used for filming, but he didn't use a real ship. It's okay. It still works. Look at that. The water is moving. It's amazing. You're all graduates of the Peter Jackson Illusion Making School of Awesome. Now we're getting ready to go below sea level. There are a couple rules. You have to stay seated at all times. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs all the way inside the tram. And if you have anything on the floor you don't want to get wet, you might want to pick it up. You will want to touch the water. I totally get it. I totally understand. But here's your incentive not to. Ducks live in there. Lots of ducks. Not like one or two, like many. Are you guys excited? We're going to go that way. And here's the thing, the SS Venture, it's going to be that way. Left-hand side, so be sure to grab some photos as we make our way below sea level. Here are some other people who have traveled this way.
This tram
time is overloaded.
Oh my
Tell them they can walk
God.
on water. It's part of the tour.
All right, now you're going to go into the water and experience what Moses did. Everybody up. 1, 2, 3.
So once again, that was the same miniature that Peter Jackson used for filming. You can imagine what a problem it would be if a duck swam in front, could ruin the entire shot, ruin the illusion completely. Now, we don't just use illusions here in Hollywood. We use real stuff occasionally, too. This real stuff is known as a prop. Prop department's on the left-hand side. We have everything from paper clips to grand pianos. Now, I know we just drove below sea level, but we can't drive through the prop building. But take a look. Here's what it looks like. It looks like a giant toy store. It's really fun.
We're on our own, just me and you, no one around.
Now, right now, we're getting ready to go check out Little Europe. Here's Jimmy to tell you a little bit more about Little Europe.
Mi chiamo Jimmy Fallon e ho una grossa bottega di vino. Mamma mia! Je m'appelle Jimmy Fallon. Je voudrais avoir été baguette. Non, sorry, no! Hallo, ich bin Jimmy Fallon. Karl Schnitzer. Ich glaub, wie steht auf mich.
Thank you, Jimmy. Now, it can look like any European country simply by changing the language on the signs. This is where they filmed Curb Your Enthusiasm, True Blood, as well as Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, as well as the second one, as well as the third one. Now, I'd like you to pretend that you're angry villagers in a monster movie. Here's what the angry villagers used to do back in the day. They would start running through Little Europe. They would run around this corner right here. This is history in the making, people. And they would keep running into the Court of Miracles, which is where we're at right now. Here later on this evening, they'll be filming a lighthearted romantic comedy called Don't Worry, Nothing Bad Happens Here. This movie will be out in theaters fall. Nothing Bad Happens Here will be in theaters fall of 2012. Guys, that's it for the break. I think that's just liquid gas. Let's do something like that. Here it is. Nice. Sprinkle donut, that one is mine. Now, go ahead and focus your attention on the water. We see Amity Police is out in the water. Is that? Oh, police diver Steve, there he is. He's just making sure it's really safe, everyone. Okay, Steve, there's something else in the water with... There's another shark in Amity. I thought we caught the only one. All right, guys, you might want to stay seated at all times. Amity, it's not too safe anymore, it appears. But they came prepared. Look at their shark repellent. On the pier, the pier just floated away on its own. Why are there so many canisters of flammable in the water? They really don't need that much French cuisine. Oh, the flammable is flammable. I know what to do. This is what they did in the movie. Watch the yellow bucket in the water. If it moves, it means we know where the shark's at. So do not take your eyes off the barrel. Do not take your eyes off the barrel. That's right. So we're sorry to leave the right of you. There we go. Nice
shark in the water. That was a close one. I'm just kidding. I saw the shark. That wasn't a real shark though. It was a mechanical shark. Steven Spielberg actually used one just like it for the filming of Jaws. And on the first day of filming, the shark sank to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean.
Ayun, may shark.
Well, wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio. They were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
So over on the left-hand side is home to Susan Meyer. She's played by Terry Hatcher. The big blue house coming up on the right-hand side is home to Bree Vandekamp, played by Marcia Cross. Left-hand side, the greenhouse is home to Lynette Scavo, played by Emmy Award-winning actress Felicity Huffman. Now we do have one newcomer to Wisteria Lane. Her name is Renee. Renee is played by Vanessa Williams, and her house is